welcome back to another episode of the Pirates franchise here on MLB The Show 22. We're going to hop right into September with the call-ups. Cameron John, the 19-year-old pitcher out of New York, and Papa Rod's grandson is the guy that you voted for to call up for September call-ups. And I tried to show the stats, but when you get called up, you don't show AAA. So next slide, you're going to see his AAA stats. Pretty impressive. The other guy that I'm also going to call up is Daniel. To me, I've had bad luck with shows before where catchers get hurt, and I don't think it's going to hurt to have a third catcher be called up, but I want to keep him until the very last moment down in AAA. He's been killing it. But he's probably going to be the third player that we call up, potentially. And I couldn't get James, so Danny Martin was the next voter up. The fourth round pick, kid out of Geneva, New York, 18 years old. He can play the entire infield. He may not be our best infielder overall, but he's just a very, very solid hitter and well-rounded guy. And I'm very excited for him and what he can do for this ball club. As you can see, 60s contact, 40s, but his AAA stats. And people are wondering, Carlos Magiano, the fourth overall pick, he is now the number 2 prospect in all of baseball. Brady House got called up, and a couple of other guys like Velope. And I'm just trying to also see if we have the first overall pick as well. Mark is up there. Gustavo Miranda's up there in terms of Daniel Espinosa. Basically, Brett Beatty, Derek Norris. We have, even though we are a playoff contending team, we are very deep in terms of the top prospects. At least top 50 prospects, including the number 2 with Carlos Magiano, Zach Veen. But, sorry there, that cut off. But I would show his stats: 17 home runs, 50 RBIs, hitting .266. Having 119 hits in 115 games is impressive as well. None great, none fantastic. I want to keep him down, even though he is probably our best overall AAA guy. To me, we're so deep at outfield that it's kind of pointless to call him up, let him develop a lot more, and compete for the starting spot come opening day. Maybe off-season we make some moves to have him become our full-time right fielder, but for right now, I want to have him develop even more. He is only 20. The sky's the limit with him, in my mind. So, as we pick up gameplay and Diego Ramirez just hits a solo shot, it's already 2-0. Then we're going to sim a little bit, and Cameron John is going to make his MLB debut. The 6'1", 177 lefty is going to take on the Phillies, as he kind of got into a pickle with the Cardinals, and he gets his first strikeout against Paul Goldschmidt. And then Danny Martin, top of the bottom of the 7th, 0 for 3 on the day, and he smacks one into the gap to get his first MLB career hit. We kind of simmed a little bit, and I just wanted to show you guys some highlights of their debuts, both Cameron John and Danny Martin. As you can see, there he goes, first major league hit of many. And we win the game, 7-2, and we hop right into the Phillies' next game. Danny Martin, deep drive. And that is going to be a home run, actually. I thought it was going to be a fly out, but that is his first home run. It was only player lock, so that's why you're only seeing Danny as it's top of the 6th, 1-0, and he gets a double right into the gap. He's a very big, he loves the gaps, man. Pause, but he likes to hit them. During the Phillies play, Elijah Vincent broke his arm. He's out for at least the rest of the playoffs, so we called up James, who we traded from Chicago, and we also called up Alberto Castro, who we called up last September. But we're going to get into some gameplay, as it is the second game of 4 games as this highlight for the Chicago Cubs. It's just Fitzgerald does a beautiful double play to Danny Martin to save it, and it would be a 0-0 game until bottom of the 11th MLB debut. You get an RBI sac fly, and our catcher has the speed, and are we going to make it? We do, 1-0, and then the next game, we're already down 4-0, but Danny Martin says, I'm going to put us on the board with this beautiful in the gap double, RBI double, to score a run, get us on the board, maybe start a rally, and then Josh Bell, a couple batters later, beautiful RBI double himself, and we're already down by 2. Bottom of the 4th, James, he's going to get his first big
line drive, put the extra bases. Fitzgerald rounds third.
Don't know why it freezes there, but there you go. Shows his first major league hit, showing him love. The next game, Josh Bell advances the runners with his double. And the next batter up, Diego Ramirez, who is now the Rookie of the Year favorite, as he hits a big time hit. I thought it was going to be a home run, but over the outfielder's head to get an RBI double. Then Brian Hayes hits it into the weirdest part of the park, 65 speed. I haven't thought a triple, but you know what? I was like, you only live once. You're going to take a gamble? Yeah, that's right, folks. And inside the park home run with 65 speed. We split the series with the Cubs. Then we're going to go to the Dodgers after also beating the Reds twice, as it's a RBI double into the gap to give us the lead over the Dodgers. And then we split the series with the Brewers to end the season, as we clinch a wild card spot. Brian Reynolds led the league runs WAR. Diego Ramirez won NL Rookie of the Year. Fitzgerald and Henry Davis were candidates, and we will face the Cubs.
It has been a long time since the Pirates made the playoffs. The last time was in the year 2015, which was 8 years ago set in this series. It was a very, very different time then. Like Jurassic World and The Force Awakens were titans in the box office, while Uptown Funk was the top song on the radio. I recently graduated high school and was a freshman at Ithaca College. That picture was my first day of classes picture. Obama was in office and gas only costed $2.51 a gallon. In the sports world, the Royals won the World Series, the Malcolm Butler play happened, and Steph Curry would go on to win his first of 4 titles and also become the league MVP's first unanimous MVP. And the 38-0 Kentucky Wildcats fell to Wisconsin in the Final Four, who would fall to Duke in the national championship. And for this series, Danny Martin, our youngest player on our MLB roster right now, was only 10 years old. Meanwhile, our GM, Robbie McGee, just retired due to injuries and was beginning his time in the Rays front office. But they did lose in 2015 in the wild card game against the Cubs. Some notable guys on that roster was Garrett Cole, who's now the Yankees ace, and Andrew McCutchen, who we had earlier this year before we traded. But if we have to go back even a little bit further to find out the last time the Pirates won a playoff series or game, which was so for the purpose of this series, it's been 10 years since the last time the Pirates won a playoff game or series, and it was a different time. Frozen was singing Let It Go to be the top movie of that year, while Macklemore and Ryan Lewis popped some tags to be the top charting song that year. Obama was in office and gas was $3.49 a gallon. I couldn't find a picture of myself as a sophomore in high school, but I was. In the sports world, the Ravens won the Super Bowl in the Harbaugh Bowl. And shout out Beyonce for killing that halftime show that it had to turn off the lights for basically an hour. The Red Sox won a World Series, and Ray Allen saved LeBron's butt with the clutch 3 and would help him win his first NBA title. And oh yeah, the kick 6 happened in the Iron Bowl. Danny Martin was only 8 years old, living his best life, while our GM, was playing rookie ball as a 19-year-old. So who did the Pirates beat in 2013? Well, they beat the Cincinnati Reds at home, 6-2. Well, yes, we still had McCutchen and Garrett Cole. Some notable guys were Russell Martin, who hit that home run in the wild card game, Justin Morneau, who was a Twins legend, and AJ Burnett. And if you're a Yankees fan, you should know I personally didn't like him. And this year has been a year to remember, basically turning this franchise around. But I hope we can get our revenge for losing in 2015 against the Cubs in this year's wild card game. Make sure you drop a like, and if you're new, subscribe. Next episode is going to be the wild card game against the Chicago Cubs. Can't wait. See ya.